안녕하세요. Hello and welcome to the second episode of a new series in partnership with the Korean Cultural Centre in London. My name is Gigi Yang, and as the name of this channel, I want to showcase to you the creativity of Korean culture and Korean subcultures. I've compiled a list of things to do, watch, learn, practice and develop during your time at home and how to get your fix of Korean creative culture. Hopefully this video can help you make the most of your time in expanding your knowledge of Korean creative culture. The focus of today's video, musicians and dance studios in Korea. I've tried to pick musicians who have had or still have a connection with the UK and are currently still producing or releasing music just to change things up. Naturally, there will be a few that I've missed, so do leave me a comment below for those who I should check out. I wanted to start off with a slightly different genre of artist and musician. We have Esther Yoo, a Korean violinist working in the genre of classical music. Born in the United States and raised in Europe, Yoo began playing the violin at the age of 4 and made her concerto debut at 8 years old. She has performed with many leading conductors and orchestras such as the Los Angeles Philharmonic, the BBC Symphony Orchestra, and the Seoul Philharmonic, to name a few. In 2014, Yoo was actually named the BBC New Generation Artist for 2014 to 2016. And in 2020, Yoo was named one of 20 notable musicians to watch in 2020 by WQXR-FM. Whilst many of her performances are not necessarily original compositions, they are still worth visiting if you're wanting to familiarize yourself with young professional musicians in the classical space. Next on our list, we have South Korean R&B singer and producer Miso. Miso actually spent much of her childhood in England but now lives in South Korea. She's a member of the iconic Korean R&B crew, Club Eskimo, alongside R&B artists such as Dean and Crush, as well as various other DJs, producers and musicians. Her vocals have been praised and recognized as similar to R&B songstress Kehlani due to their peculiar modern and soft beat. Interestingly, despite praise and numerous collaborations, Miso actually remains a mysterious figure in the music industry. In fact, she can be found more actively on her social media. Now we move on to Berlin-based South Korean DJ, record producer and fashion designer. We have Peggy Gou. Born Kim Min-ji in Incheon, at age 14 her parents actually sent her to London, England to study English. She then moved back to Korea when she was 18 years old, but 6 months later she returned to London to study fashion at the London College of Fashion. After graduating, she actually worked as the London correspondent editor for Harper's Bazaar Korea before moving to Berlin, Germany, and the rest is history. She has since released 7 EPs on record labels including Ninja Tune and Phonica and continues to play internationally at various clubs and events including Coachella. Her main genre of music is electronic music, specifically house and trap. If you watched the closing ceremony of the 2018 Winter Olympics held in Pyeongchang, you would have seen our next artist on the list. We have Jambinai. The performance at Pyeongchang definitely was a surprise move from the event's organisers, who were expected to focus more on K-pop. Rooted in post-rock, however, Jambinai was formed in 2009 and are known for combining rock music instrumentation such as drums, bass guitar and electric guitar with the use of traditional folk Korean music instruments such as the haegeum, piri and komungu. Additionally, if you have been keeping tabs on the Korean Cultural Centre's K-Music Festival, they will also be a familiar name, having performed back in 2019. Now, our final artist actually has no direct connection or correlation with the UK, but as a long-time fan and with the release of her most recent album that was greatly admired, I hope to introduce the next artist on our list, TFELT. By including her on the list, I'm hoping that she would come to perform in the UK, where I believe that her sound will resonate well with British listeners. Her most recent album, 1719, features songs in both Korean and English and are a refreshing listen for those who may have been fans of the former girl group Wonder Girls, Park Ye-eun. This album is definitely a more sophisticated development of the full 2014 album Me that marked her solo venture and debut as TFELT. In addition to the album, she has released a storybook containing the stories and messages behind her new songs, as well as the details of her life between 2017 to 2019. This storybook accompanies the album but also shows a deeper reflection of the singer's personal life. Now we'll move on to dance studios in South Korea. Whilst the medium and art form of dance covers a variety of genres, many of the dance studios in Korea tend to lean towards hip-hop or commercial dance, so I've picked the most famous/interesting dance studios that are popular on YouTube and thus good for those interested in dance and wanting to learn/develop their skills both in person and online. This list will also be useful for those who are keen to discover new dancers, choreographers, as well as songs. Our first dance studio on the list is 1 Million. Described by Cosmopolitan as a studio powerhouse, the dance studios opened in 2014 and feature over 21 million subscribers already on their YouTube. Founded by Leah Kim, a dancer and choreographer, for those fans of K-pop, the name will definitely be recognizable as she has been fundamental in choreographing some of the most iconic K-pop choreographies, including Seonmi's 24 Hours, Kashina, Twice's TT, and IOI's Very Very Very. Some of my personal recommendations that I would suggest you watch are J Park's All I Wanna Do, Leah Kim's Yonsei Electric Bodega remix, Go Go Baby featuring Mamamoo, as well as Finesse, choreographed by May J. Lee and Austin Pack. Next on our list is Prepix Dance Studio. A rising commercial dance studio with over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, Prepix Dance Studio's About page really emphasizes their mission and goal of maximizing creative potential, combining healthy creative behavior through the art of dance and providing the best environment for dancers to express freely and bring the best form of art through dance. Prepix has a roster of over 30 different dance instructors and an assorted array of dance genres including hip-hop, K-pop, R&B, indie, fusion, contemporary, trap, as well as many others. My personal favourites are, however, Chungha's Snapping, choreographed by Simiz, Jiwon and Rian, as well as Hidek's Dance Boy, choreographed by Redlick. Third on our list is JustJerk Dance Studio. Describing themselves as a playground where music, dance, and people come together, the 2010 dance studio features videos that have a slightly darker or edgier look to them, as well as songs that are danced mostly to hip-hop music. They do, however, also feature K-pop, pop, and other genres of music and remixes. They were also the featured backup dancers in the official music video for J Park and Yultron's Forget About Tomorrow. Notable videos include their performance on America's Got Talent Season 12 in 2017 and the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang in 2018. My own recommendation is Ute's choreography to Yummy by Justin Bieber. Next on the list we have K-Tigers. One of the world's leading taekwondo demo teams, the team was established by Han Seok-an in 1919 in Seoul, with their main practice studio still located in Seoul today. The team includes a men's team, a women's team, and the Little Tigers children team. In total, there are over 60 members of the team. When originally founded, the team's demonstrations tended to focus on just taekwondo and acrobatic tricks. Over time, the team has incorporated more dance and music into their routines, and more specifically K-pop in the more recent years. I first came across the group when they did a cover of Taeyang's Ringa Linga, which features an interesting adaptation or interpretation of the original choreography with additional kicks and flips. If you're looking for a more of a performance-esque show, then do also check out their routines on Hit the Stage, which definitely wowed the crowd. Internally, they also formed a K-pop group called K-Tigers Zero, which is a 12-member co-ed group under K-Tigers Entertainment. Last, but certainly not in the least, we have Gorilla Dance Academy. When you think of representative b-boy crews from South Korea, one might think of Jinjo Crew or even the Rivers Crew. However, another dance crew to watch in my opinion is Gorilla Dance Crew Korea. In my opinion, this group is great for those who are wanting to incorporate more street dance moves into their routines, including top rock and footwork amongst others, as well as familiarize themselves with a fusion dance scene that's emerging with K-pop and urban choreography. Founded and based around street-style dance in 1998, Gorilla Dance Academy is the home studio for Gorilla Dance Crew Korea. The crew is mostly known for their agile b-boy members and successes in freestyle competitions and features in various dance musicals also. Thus, their roster of b-boy, popping, house-style classes features some of the best instructors around. Whilst their YouTube channel similarly features mainstream choreography against K-pop and urban music, I would also recommend watching their cyphers and jams against other street dance crews that are more freestyle, which will help you find other dancers and crews around. Notable personal recommendations include Gorilla Crew vs Rivers Crew at Rocking Sensation Volume 9 from 2017 and Taesung Kwon, the resident dance instructor who specializes in house, beginner and intermediate classes. There you have it. I hope you've enjoyed a few suggestions, a few personal recommendations and compilations of musicians, artists, dancers, and dance studios. Naturally, this is not a full list of everyone, but my own personal compilation of those who are lesser known combined with those who have a significant following. If you have any suggestions or recommendations on who I should look at next, or maybe those who I haven't been able to talk about in this video, then do let me know in the comments below or on my social media. Thank you. Speak soon. 감사합니다.